is enough said.
Happy Saturday, Heat Nation! Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Show your boy some love by clicking that like button and that little red subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers officially. Thank you guys for getting your boy to 4,000 subscribers. Now, let's rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. I want to take a moment to say thank you guys. Yesterday's videos that I post, 2 in 1 day, y'all made them bangers. Appreciate the likes, the comments, the support. You guys are amazing. We got a lot of big news yesterday. Josh Richardson decided to opt in his contract. So you're going to have Josh Richardson for another year. He opted into his $3 million contract. I will say this. I will say this, you guys. Josh Richardson suffered the shoulder injury in February. After the surgery he had in March, usually for shoulder surgeries, it takes about 5 to 6 months to fully heal. So that should give him a timetable to return around September or October, which is when training camp and the regular season starts. Maybe Miami might hold him back. You know, look for Josh Richardson to be like a key addition mid-season. Last year, you know, on a minimum contract, he gave you about 10 points a game. You know, he shoots good from the three-point line. He really covers good defensively. So for $3 million for next season, a fully healthy J-Rich, sign me up. But there was another trade yesterday that piqued my interest. The Atlanta Hawks. It was reported yesterday that the Atlanta Hawks, after, you know, drafting their first-round pick, they're looking to blow it up and basically start all over again. You know, they had a magical run in 2021, but after that, they really haven't been able to crack it. They're usually the lower level of the Eastern Conference. They're mid right now. So they're looking to refresh things, blow it up, change it up. Especially when you get the number 1 pick, it usually is time to do that. You know, they're going to go ahead and give their reins to their new draft pick. So they traded DeJounte Murray yesterday to the New Orleans Pelicans. And with that trade, the question needs to be asked, is Atlanta still going to make more deals? Because the report is they're looking to blow it up. Now, I want to talk today about Trae Young possibly coming to the Miami Heat. Now, I know people are going to be like, Ernest, come on, another rumor. Absolutely. Why? Free agency's tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., the free agency clock starts. Now, you're going to have free agents sign with different teams. You're going to have people opt in, opt out of their contracts. But then you're also going to see trades be done. That's another thing that teams that are over the salary cap make moves in free agency. Now, it's been reported in the past that the Miami Heat and Trae Young have had mutual interest. Trae Young is exactly what this Miami Heat team needs. I've even mentioned in the video yesterday, you guys, this Miami Heat team can use a floor general point guard that can score, hit the three-point shot, and facilitate for other people. And Trae Young has done all that. Now, it's like I've said, the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because Atlanta's looking to make some deals. So if the Miami Heat can capitalize and give Atlanta an offer that can benefit them, why wouldn't they entertain that? Now, it is depending on what you can provide them. Now, let's talk about Trae Young really quick, shall we? Trae Young last year averages 25.7 points a game, almost 11 assists a game, 43% for the field, over 40% from the three-point line. You know Trae Young is game to similar to Steph Curry's, which is, you know, the whole idea that was said when he first came in the league in 2018. He hasn't really been Steph, but he's a pretty good, you know, replica, I guess you can say. Dude has a great game. You know, when you average 26 points a game and 11 assists a game, you're a top NBA player. That's all-star level. We know Trae Young's an all-star. He can turn this Miami Heat team around with his offensive prowess. A combination of Trae Young and Bam Adebayo can be amazing. Imagine that pick-and-roll game. You're adding Kel Elware to that roster. You're throwing in Jimmy Butler there. But the question is, what do you trade for a guy like Trae Young? Now, right now, Trae Young has 3 more years left in his contract. 2 of them are fully guaranteed. The final year in 26-27 is a player option. So if you're trading for Trae Young, you're kind of, you know, you're having him for the next 2 years. You might extend him longer than that. Can Trae Young in the Miami Heat be a contender for an NBA championship? I absolutely think so. Because the players that are around this roster works. But it's like I mentioned, What do you give up for a guy like Trae Young? Well, obviously you're going to have to throw in Tyler Hero. That's a no-brainer. And I know there's Heat fans out there that get disgusted every time Tyler Hero's name is mentioned in trades. But it's like I've said before, you guys, when you're the third best player on a team, when you're the number 3, your name is the one that usually comes up in trades. We know Miami's not going to trade Bam Adebayo. They just gave him a contract extension. We know they're not going to trade Jimmy Butler. Jimmy's their guy. Tyler is the shiny piece. He's got a favorable contract. He's 24 years old. A team can look at a guy like Tyler Hero. A rebuilding team can look at a guy like Hero and think that could be the focal point of our offense. So if you can put a package together of Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. I love me my Duncan Robinson. I'd hate to see him go, but we're talking about Trae Young here. All-star player, baby. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, 2 future first-round draft picks, I think should get it done for the Miami Heat to trade for Trae Young. Maybe you don't have to throw in 2 first-round draft picks. Maybe 1 first-round draft pick is enough. You might not have to give up the whole farm. But we saw what the New York Knicks, what the New York Knicks did for Mikal Bridges. They gave up 5 future first-round draft picks. So you know teams are going to be looking for stuff like that if they're going to be giving up an all-star. But I think with Atlanta selling the farm, it's not going to have to be that much. So I want to hear from you, Heat fans. If a trade consisted of Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, 1 to 2 future first-round draft picks for a guy like Trae Young, would you be okay with that? Would you like to see Trae Young in this Miami Heat team? Or do you feel this current roster that we currently have is better than what Trae Young can provide? Because remember, I'm saying to trade possibly Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Maybe it doesn't have to be Tyler Hero. Maybe it's Terry Rozier. Because if you trade Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, now you have Trae Young and Terry Rozier in the backcourt. May not work. Maybe a trade of Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, and 2 future first-round draft picks may be better for Trae Young. So those are 2 options right there. Now, I will say this. I love this team currently constructed. This is a video I'm giving you guys to give you an idea of possible trades that he can do. This is something that has been linked in the past before. Trae Young and the Miami Heat have had mutual interests. So now the fact that Atlanta is blowing this up, making the trade they did yesterday for DeJounte Murray, it's possible they're going to trade Trae Young. So why wouldn't the Heat entertain that? But the real question is, with this team currently constructed, do we feel like it's good enough? Or do we feel like a trade for Trae Young would make us better? That's the real question. It's not about not liking Tyler Hero or Terry Rozier. Like I said before, you guys, and I've said it multiple times, with this current roster, with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and Terry Rozier all playing a minimum of 65 games or more, Tyler Hero accepting the 6-man role. Duncan Robinson starting in the backcourt with Terry Rozier. You have Jaime Jaquez. You have Kel'el Ware, Kevin Love, DeLon Wright, Josh Richardson. You can sign somebody with the $5.2 million exception. Nikola Jovic. You bring back Haywood Highsmith. This team, I feel, is good enough to contend for an NBA championship. But the real thing that the Miami Heat need to ask themselves this offseason, do you want to go into next year trying to contend in the East? Or do you want to be the favorites in the East? Boston and New York are the favorites. So maybe a potential trade for a guy like Trae Young or somebody else can bring you up there. So I'm curious, Heat fans. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We're starting on that roll to 5,000 subscribers. Need you guys' help to get there. Remember, you guys, whatever's going on in life, keep your head up, stay positive. You'll get through this. Hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Love y'all. And that is enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go.